Child, I am burning the midnight oil tonight, trying to get these videos in. But I'm going to call it a wrap after this one, honey. This is American Horror Story, Season 5, Episode 5, Room Service. Now, child, why? Okay, Dr. Lowe. You want Dr. Alex Lowe, you wants to be a vampire so you can be with your son for the rest of your life. Because you told us at the therapy session that's what you had more love for him than your husband anyway. So, okay. But child, she done got turned into a vampire. Done took her ass down there to that hospital. First, we see her in the blood collection room drinking up all the damn blood. Now, how they gonna do blood transfusion? This bitch up here gulping it up like it's a big gulp. Child, I was too through with her. Then we see this kid. He's sick. I think he had measles or some kind of pox, child. And he was expected to die. They was basically telling his parents, prepare for the worst. Well, Dr. Lowe, for some reason, decides she gonna give the child her blood, and all of a sudden, he is healed. Child, he had been delivered. And he gets so well, they let him leave. She done turned the damn child into the motherfucking vampire. Child. Then we see Donovan. He done took Iris on over there to Ramona house. And he like, well, Countess kicked me to the curb, but my mama, may be able to be of some assistance to you, because she work at the hotel, and Countess walks all by her every day. Now all the time, and Iris is thinking, this could get us killed, but she convinced that they can pull it off. So Iris returned back to that hotel looking like, hell on wheels and shit. And Liz automatically realizes what the fuck done happened to her. And that's when we get a chance to, well, first he gave her a Bloody Mary. He told her, that's going to probably hold your ass up over for a minute, but you eventually going to have to feed, you will kill. And, it's hitting her all at once that, girl, you one of them now. All this time you been living there, you wasn't one, but you one now, honey. And kind of at your own, you kind of reason why. I mean, in a way. But anyway, child, we go back to the kid that was near death at the hospital, and he home with his parents. And child, he a vampire now. And we see him, he done killed his parents and sucking the blood out of their necks and shit. That motherfucker sucked the blood out of his parents' necks and put his Halloween costume on, child, and hopped on the bus on his way to the motherfucking schoolhouse. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, when Malachi gonna come out? Because I know if he a vampire and he headed to this school, it's fitting to be some cheering of the fucking corn. Do you hear me? Child, he who stands by the rose is all I kept thinking about. But child, he get there, and this little chick, I guess his little girlfriend, she come up to him talking about, she had been worrying about it and asking where he been, and he said he was sick. And child, they wound up in his closet, and they kissing and shit, and he bite her lip. And she like, you bit me. He was like, well, bite me back. So she do. Now he done bamped her, child. He done bamped her. Next thing we know, Lord, the poor teacher, y'all, the poor teacher. Ooh. The teacher wondering where they is. Go to that closet, child, and they killed the damn teacher, child. They feasting off her. Then the kids in the classroom, they all laid out and looking like they got what he had when he was on his deathbed. He must been them bitches too, child. And they just waiting to transform. And another teacher come in and saw it, and child, they tried to chew his ass, but he was able to get away and get to the other teachers, and they called the police, and they evacuated the kids out of the school, child. And all the kids is telling the same damn lie. That some masked man came in and killed the teacher. And they done let these kids be released to go back into society with their parents. Child, tell me this ain't some cheering of the corn. I'm telling you, I kept hearing, all I kept thinking is Malachi. That motherfucking Malachi. He who stands by the rose, bitch. Okay. But anyway, child. Detective Lowe goes to his sergeant, and he telling him about this dinner that he had with all these dead ass serial killers. He talking about he done sat at the dinner table with Jeffrey Dahmer Richard Ramirez, Eileen Warnos, and a host of others. Now, we know these people dead, right? And the sergeant, they tried to tell me to let you go 5 years ago after your son was kidnapped. But I didn't want to believe it. I didn't believe that nothing was wrong with you. But I'm beginning to wonder. Well, John, all I can tell you is what I saw, and I don't know if they were dressed up like the killers or not. But something strange going on, and you gotta believe me. Well, Sergeant say no, and what I'm gonna have to do is, let you go, cause right now you not fit to be on this department. Sergeant think he crazy, okay? Child, instead of him taking his ass and trying to get to his family, which probably wouldn't have been good, because the wife throwed off like a mother. She'll vamp her damn self now. But child, he go back to the Hotel Cortez, and I'm wondering, what the fuck, is you dead and don't know you dead? I mean, what is your attraction to this place? Well, child, we see this couple come check into the Hotel Cortez. They don't like cheering, and they don't like Halloween, and they want a room for, the night, because they don't want to be bothered with trick-or-treaters and shit, okay? But they some little privileged motherfuckers, because they around here asking for romaine lettuce and pate and room service and all that shit, and just treating Iris like she crazy. And Iris already going through, because that blood that she had received from Liz probably weighing the fuck out by now. And so she's struggling, with her immortality. And they ringing the doorbell asking for room service, child, wanting all of this high-end shit. And Iris irritated, but she trying to cope. Girl, when y'all walked in here, it didn't look like it had no damn room service up in here. Now, in this episode, we get a little backstory on old Liz, okay? Apparently, Liz was once married and had kids. He was a sales rep. And his wife was old. She was in her 30s. Y'all know back in them days, if you in your 30s and you ain't got no husband yet, child, it's like you turn into an old maid. So they got married. He married her she married him because she needed a husband and she needed one on the quick fast. And he said he married her because they had the same dress size. Child, I was too thin. Well, apparently, after, when he would go out on these little, I guess these conventions or whatever, he would be happy as a motherfucking child in a store full of candy, child, putting on her dresses and making up and, trying to be all that he can be, right? Well, child, let me see what happened. Countess comes to him and she tell him she see who the real person is, who he really is inside. And she shaved his head and beat his mug and, offer to take him out, but he not ready to be out like that. So she tell him, well, let's just walk down the hall. So they walking down the hall, and apparently some of the drunk buddies that he's on this business trip with comes back, and they notice that it's him. I guess shaving your head and beating your face ain't enough to make people not recognize. So they start heckling him, like really coming for him, talking about they gonna tell everybody. One of them saying some shit about, I drank behind you, do you got AIDS, are you gay and stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, bitch, just because a motherfucker like to put on a dress don't necessarily mean they gay, okay? Where y'all getting all this shit from? Well, they was like really giving it to him, child, talking about they gonna tell everybody, baby. So he telling them, I'm not gay, but it's starting to affect him what he's saying. And so he started backing up like he was in fear. And baby, next thing we know, Countess show up and slit both them motherfuckers necks. Do you hear me? Now, he not a vampire at all, but he been there since 1984. And he stays because he feels free there. But he ain't gay and he ain't no vamp, okay? Now, let's go back to this couple that's asking Iris for all these unrealistic expectations and shit. And they telling her, she told them that they don't offer room service. And they telling her, well, just order it and have it delivered and bring it up. And they hang up on the child like they ain't shit. Well, child, Liz told Iris they want pate, let's give it to them. Child, they went and got some cat food, decorated that shit up, put it on a plate, and Iris took it up to their ass. Child, they ate this shit thinking it was good. Now, he complained that, she ain't get the romaine lettuce and all that shit. And And they started asking her, was she sick? Talking about you handling our food. Are you sick? You know, acting all uppity as fuck with her and shit. And plus they was talking shit about the fucking romaine, but they say the pate was good. The cat food was good, apparently, child. Well, even though the order wasn't quite the way they wanted, they was content eating the motherfucking cat food, understand? Child, they over there eating the hell out of some cat meow. But anyway, child, Iris happened to miss and drop the knife, and the lady go off talking about Iris could have sliced her foot. And at this point, Iris is already not right. I told y'all she had nothing but a glass of bloody martini. The bitch needs some blood to get herself together. And she been trying to deal with her immortality and get herself together. And these motherfuckers irritating her. She just took that corkscrew and just juked that bitch. So the dude, instead of him taking off, running out the damn hotel room, he jumped down on the floor trying to check on the woman, child. And how about Iris done stabbed him in his motherfucking back and just go to feasting on their ass, and I was here for it. I said, all right, girl, you better chew. You better chew. Well, her and Liz disposed of the body, child. They walking down the hall, got the bodies in the laundry cart, and one of the arms flew out. Child, Iris threw that bitch back up in there, and they just kept on going. And she asked Liz, do she think she went too far? And Liz like, no. You know, she could have stopped by the Lancome counter, with that mug, but what she just did wasn't wrong. And Iris said she never lived till she died, child. And I thought, Lancome, y'all, do they have Lancome counters anymore? I don't know, but anyway, child, I don't know. I just thought that was really funny, though. You could have stopped by that Lancome counter, baby, and got that face hooked up. Iris is looking a fright right now. Well, child, now old fire detective Lowe waking up in the bed, and he laying in the bed with old crackhead ass Sally, child. And he asking her what happened, and she say, oh, you don't remember? And in his flashback, he remember them getting drunk, getting in the elevator, and going to his room. And for some, they went back to the room and had some crackhead sex, child. Well, he tell her to leave, child, and she telling him that, it was their destiny to have that moment, and it will happen again, baby. Sally, I fool with it, too. Now, Alex is now done went back to the hotel, okay? And, okay. She back at the hotel talking to Countess and Holden there too. And Countess makes her governess over the children. So she gonna be over all the kids. I guess her medical expertise gonna come into play. Plus she one of them now, child. But she concerned about John because he living at the hotel too. And she asking what she's supposed to do if she run into him. And Countess gave her one of them more good liners. You'd be surprised what a simple hello can do. Now, I don't know if he gonna, become a vampire now or he already is, but baby, you see Holden go down there to where they keep them fucking coffins at, and Countess done made a coffin big enough for him and his mama to lay in that bitch together. And she is happy as hell, I'm assuming, child. But that's pretty much all that we seen. I'm sorry this review quick, but y'all know I gotta keep it moving. But yeah, that's pretty much the highlights of what happened. If there's anything I left out, y'all feel free to leave it down there in the comments. We can pick the conversation back up there. But y'all wonder, is John dead and don't know he dead? Cause what is his drawback to that hotel? And then I know next week we gonna see Scarlett, but how they gonna fix that shit? Girl, this show be having me going. I ain't lying. I got a couple of kikis. I ain't gonna lie. I got a couple of kikis. I was here for Iris fucking them the couple up, and I sure was here for Miss Liz when she told her story. Then told Iris after they was disposing of them bodies that she wasn't wrong for killing their ass, but she wrong for not going to that Lancome counter. Baby, I hollered out to tell you, I did. Well, y'all, it is now like shit after 12 o'clock my time, midnight. After midnight. And tomorrow you will get the Real World Now with my shout outs that I do to certain certain YouTubers that I feel that, may be going under the radar, undetected. That's coming tomorrow. And if I ain't mistaken, I think I done caught up. I did American Horror Story. I did If Loving You Is Wrong. I did, How to Get Away with Murder. Tomorrow I'll be back with How to Get Away with Murder. The Real World Now, and of course you all know that tomorrow starts season 8 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. I can't wait, child. I know they tried me last year. Come on, bitches, I'm ready. We gonna have us a wang dang doodle of a damn time. In the meantime, in between time, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys back down here tomorrow for more videos. Peace.